Welcome to this tutorial, and in this tutorial we're going to talk about IP subnetting. I've waited a long time to do this video, but the time has come for us to get started, and I'm very happy for us to get into this tutorial. Before we do, we have a very small question that we're going to read, and I'm going to be sliding off my computer back and forth. That way you can be able to read the question, and it's just a basic question. So we have this company right here. It's called ABC Construction Company in Atlanta, Georgia. Has several departments and are facing frequent IP conflict within their network. As a new admin, you've been as a new admin IT director has asked you to subnet a given IP address 192.168.16.0/24 into 9 subnet to be used to address the issue facing the company. So this is a very long question, but we're going to get into it. So basically it's just the company is facing IP network conflict issues, depending on how the network, the information technology infrastructure is set up in that company. They keep having IP conflict issues. So as an admin, you've been asked to subnet this IP address 172.168.16.0 into 9 subnets. We're going to get into this tutorial. It's very short. So again, I'm going to take you through the question, then you get the whole understanding if you want to write it down. ABC Construction Company in Atlanta has several departments and are facing frequent IP conflict within their network. As a new network admin, IT director has asked you to subnet a given IP 172.168.16.0/24 into 9 subnets to be used to address the issue facing the company. The IT director has asked you to subnet a given IP 172.168.16.0/24 into 9 subnet to be used to address the issue. So we're going to go back again into our tables and get into the configuration. Basically the subnetting mode. So now we're going to change our configuration to the side and get into subnetting mode. Okay, are you ready? Let's get into subnetting mode. You have this table that I call it magic table. A lot of you have an idea about what a magic table is, but I'm just going to take you through this and you'll see how magic it is to subnet an IP address to make your life more easy. Somebody will say, why is this guy talking about IP addressing? Now we have IPv6. Yes, IPv6 has not necessarily taken IPv4 out, but we still use IPv4 in local area networks, so it's very important that we have idea of how to configure this IPv4 addressing. So let's get into this tutorial. We have 2 raised to the power 7, 2 raised to the power 6, 2 raised to the power 5, 2 raised to the power 4, 2 raised to the power 3, 2 raised to the power 2, 2 raised to the power 1, 2 raised to the power 0. Okay, 2 raised to the power 0 is 0, 2 raised to the power 1 is 2, 2 raised to the power 2 is 4, 2 raised to the power 3 is 8. It means that 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is what? 8. Okay, 2 raised to the power 4 16, 2 raised to the power 5 is 32, 2 raised to the power 6 is 64, and 2 raised to the power 7 is 128. Okay, so these are called the network bit, and this is called the magic number. The one in the middle are called the magic number. These are called the bit position. So that is bit 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Like IPv4 has 32 bits in each in the whole IP address has 32 bits, and each octet is 8 bit. Like 172 is an 8 bit. If you convert it into binary, you get an 8 bit binary numbers that when added up together will give you 172. So let's get started. Okay, and the way we get the third line is, which is your subnet mask. You have 128, you add 128 plus 64 will give you 192, 192 plus 32 will give you 224, then 224 plus 16 will give you 240, 240 plus 8 will give you 248, 248 plus 4 will give you 252, and 252 plus 2 will give you 254, and 254 plus 1 is 255. So I need to go back and correct that, which is so 2 raised to the power 0 is 1. So when you add 254 plus 1, it gives you 255. Okay, so how do we get this IP address 172.16.16 168.16.0/24 into 9 subnets? So we need to borrow a certain bits. Okay, we need to borrow. So what we know is 172.168.16 is the network portion of the IP address of this network. Is the network portion of it. That number is going to remain the same, 172.168.16. If you look at it, it's going to remain the same throughout this IP subnetting. Okay, so now in the last octet, which is this octet, we need to borrow some bit from that last octet in order to make up to create this subnet. So if we borrow 3 bits, 2 raised to the power 3 is 8. 8 is not enough to cover 9 subnets. So we need to borrow how many bits? 4 bits. If we borrow 4 bits, 2 raised to the power 4 is 16, right? So 16 will give us enough. It's better to have more than to get short. Okay, so when you have 16, even though you don't need as much as 16, you only need 9 subnets, but the 16 will give you enough room for future scalability in case your network scale up in the next few years to come. You will still have more IP address to assign from within this network. So we're going to borrow 4 network bit. So now that we know how many bits we have to borrow, knowing very well that the IT director has asked you to find 9 subnets, you have a number 9 subnet in your mind. How many borrow bits do you need to borrow to get 9? 2 raised to the power 1 is 2, so that is less than 9, so that is not possible. 2 raised to the power 1, 2 raised to the power 2 is 4, that is less than 9, so that is not possible. 2 raised to the power 3 is 8. 8 is less than 9. You don't want to get short, so you want to borrow 2 raised to the power 4. That will give you 16. 16 is more than 9 subnet, so that is good. That puts you in a great position, that in case in the future you need an IP address, and you'll be able to get IP address for future network scalability. And depending on how you actually document your systems, everything needs to be documented. Okay, so let's get into this mode right here. And the subnet, we're going to start from 172.168.16.0/24, right? So 24 was the network that was given to us. Okay, so in this octet right here, we said we have to borrow bit, so we have to borrow from left to right. We're going to borrow 1. We're starting from this 128. 1, 2, 3, 4. So our network is going to be in the range of 4. So we need to let me go ahead and label that way you know what I am talking about. Let's label it pink. So fill color, I need to select how select the palette, fill color, pink. Okay, so it's 16. I wanted to highlight the 16, but for some reasons I'm unable to do that. That's fine. So we know we have to borrow 1, 2, 3, 4. 16 is the fourth number, so our network is going to be in the range of 16. Okay, so we're going to start now. That is dot 0. Our network is dot 0. Okay, so we're going to start from the next number is going to be 172.16.8.16.16. 172.168.16.16 is going to be our network. The third one is 172.668.16.32. Our third one is going to be 32 plus 16, so it's going to be in the range of 172.168.16.48. Okay, 172.168.16.64. 172.168.16.80. My network is running low. Let me get some power on it before my recording stops. So if you can follow me, we get you making some progress now. Okay, and I'll go back to explain how everything is going so far. So our network is going to be 80 plus 16, which is 172.168.16.96. Next one is 172.168.16.112. So how many networks do we have now? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So one more, let's keep going. One 172 dot 168 dot 16 dot 128. One 172.168.16.144. So let's stop right here. So our range, we borrow 4 bits, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this 4 is our magic number. Okay, this 4 is our magic number. This 16 is going to be our magic number. We borrow 4 bits, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the fourth number, which is 16, is going to be our magic number. That's going to be our network range. So 172.16.168. So 172.168.16.0. Our next is going to be .16. Our next is going to be .32. Our next is going to be .48. Our next is going to be .64.80.96.112.128. So we can go all the way till we reach 254. You understand? But all the remaining ones are for your future network. So you can keep that for future. When your network grow, you can use that. So let's find the default the subnet mask for this. Remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is your 16. Right under your 16 is 240. So 240 is going to be your subnet mask. So it's not going to be 24 again, it's going to be 240, which is, so we started from 24, right? So this is going to be 25, 26, 27, 28. So your subnet mask is going to be /28. So let's go ahead and put /28 next to our subnetting /28 /28. All of them is going to be /28. Okay, and the way we did this can be applied to any IP class, IP address that you have. You apply the same terminology to do it. It remains the same, nothing different about it, it's just the same. Okay, so somebody would be like, okay, so how do we do if you have 192.168.16.0 network? How do you do it? It's the same thing. You put down this table is magic table. That's why we call it magic table. Okay, once you put it down, you use it to do your calculation, and that works. Okay, so if you like this video, share it, subscribe to my channel, and comment, click on notification bell, and I'll be more than happy to address any other issue, any subnetting issue you have. Just email it to me or put it under there. I read all my messages, so I'll be able to read your comment. Okay, so we have 172.168.16.0. So between this network, right, our network start from 1 through 16. So we have 16 IP addresses on this network. Okay, but we can only use 14 of them, 14 IP addresses, because this network is going to be a network that you cannot use, and the last number, which is .15, is going to be a default. It's going to be a broadcast address. You can't use that, so you can actually use 1 through 14. Okay, 1 through 14. So on each network you have 14 possible host IP addresses on this network. The same thing from on this network on 168.16 network, you're going to have 16 IP addresses, but you can only use 14 of them. So you can start from 17 through 30. 31 is going to be a broadcast on this network. Okay, the same thing, you can start from 49 and you end at 63. You end at 62 because 63 is going to be broadcast on that network. So if you like this tutorial, like I said, subscribe, share my video, and you can use it in any class, whatever, I don't care. It's just for demonstration and learning tutorial. Give me a comment and click on the notification bell next time I'm going to do another subnetting, which is going to be on a different network class. That way you kind of have the idea of how it's being done. Thank you very much for watching, for your time and everything. As always, it's for your success.